You're not long at sea when Chipitik appears at your door, wiping away sweat with a rag. Begging your pardon, Captain. We've been at sea a while now, but you've not been in a state fit of speaking for most of it. Sailors glance over their shoulders, then back to you. It's the crew. If this crew is going to be taking your orders, you might want to make a proper introduction. Let everyone know what you're about. Okay, then. Chipitik calls the crew together on deck. The small group of sailors hang languidly from ripping perch and crates and sit against the rail. I didn't think I could actually walk about on my boat. So I guess I must now. I'll be polite. Glad to have you, Captain. Electric nods from several other crew members, smiles at you from across. Okay. The ship isn't boards and sails, it's all of you. I'll give you everything I've got as a captain, and I expect the same from you. Yes. Cheers and everything crass, and everyone's like, woo, 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 woo. Pardon me asking, Captain, but what exactly is the ship's mission in Deadfire? The oversized naked statue took a piece of my soul. I aim to take it back. Muttering spreads among the crew as they look to one another in disbelief. Performs a gesture of reverence to the gods. Our captain's touched by gods. The crew split up, return to their duties as your ship, sails on, slicing through the bright blue waters of Deadfire. I didn't think I could actually move about on my ship. Bloodsome. Captain, a moment. You hear a voice of UC raised in question. Then an instant knock at your cabin. Pokes his head into the quarters and frowns. You found a man drifting on a piece of flotsam. The deckhands tried to talk to him, but he's speaking in a tongue none of us have ever heard before. Should we bring him on board? See if we can get a few words of sense out of him? Or would you rather we leave him to his fate? Bring him to me. He nods, acknowledging your order, and hurries out the door. You gather your equipment and head out into the main deck. We move on to the main deck. You find a young man waiting for you on deck. He wears heavy clothing of a kind you've never seen, the colours of his tabard, bold and bright. He stands, but barely. Sodden, sun-scuffed and battered, he can hardly keep his feet. He stumbles forwards a bit, then rights himself. He looks at you weary, bleared eye, exhaustion heavy on his shoulders. What happened to your ship? He coughs out the last word and buckles over and vomits a tremendous amount of seawater onto the deck.
Okay? What is he saying? Is that Ishamatel?
Ishamatel. He knits his eyebrows. His words are unfamiliar to you. They sound low and hard edge, but his tone is soft with confusion. I've got many ways to see here.
Jeez, iki hakus.
Presses his palms to his eyes and takes a deep breath. A shaking breath, his shoulders slump.
Keket segu kisa reka. Reka, ta?
The eyes light up with the first expression of happiness you've seen from him. As he pronounces his name for you, he taps the centre of his forehead. I got it. The name's Ricky.
Ta!
He thumps his fist a bit, pleased to have finally managed to communicate with you. It really brings a bright flush of his pale cheeks. He turns away then. Anyway. He turns away, then casting his gaze over the rough seas. What is he thinking is unclear, but you can guess by the faint pulsing hard on his neck and the tight fists as he strides that he seems to be coming to a decision.
Kelak tekatu tetateghun. Te eki wa kekek tetaye te tetakimashan. Kelash tatya tajlo.
As soon as the words leave his mouth, he grimaces, knowing that you can't understand him.
Kelash tatya tajlo?
He repeats the last sentence, this time gesturing to the length of your ship, to your crew and lastly to himself. It would seem he wishes to travel with you. Welcome aboard.
Ta. Yuki. Ketagi. Lashta-sama.
Lashed-san. Though he doesn't understand your words, he grasps well enough your meaning. Rick gives you a small smile and quick nod of his head in acknowledgement, or perhaps in thanks. Okay. Fighter. Guess we're going for a fighter. You're going to be a fighter. Or a brawler. Ooh. That'd be quite cool in the future. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. The choppy seas stretch towards the horizon, curves of dark blue capped with lines of foamy white. Captain, there's something in the waters of the port. Off the port side, you'll be able to see a dark shadow rising from the depths. The water splits around a hump of thick, molted skin. With a sound like a horn blown underwater, two powerful jets of spray erupt from the creature's back. Identify it. Hey. Maya frowns down at the water. A bowhead maybe, or a walrus. Whale either way. Thoughts on the crew? Tongue flickers across chapped lips. There's a wall-faced captain, best whale for hunting in the whole Deadfire. Most likely a bowhead. You see that V-shaped sprout? It's an account of its having two blowhouses. That doesn't make it any worse hunting. It does if it dives and sinks or skiff. Call one of Ondra's harbingers and squander this blessing. Yeah, let it pass, I think. Size as the crew members resume their duties, you sail on. The great beast keeps pace with the ship for several hours, its song seeming to vibrate within the ferry planks of the Defiant. Hums quietly along with everybody else. They don't eat hard track, chuckles, sail on. Nice. Have to kill everything, folks. Playing a game in the hold. You examine cargo in the hold with the sound of whispers and muttered laughter draws you deeper into darkness. You carefully round a stack of crates to find Usul and Egrid engaged in a round of Orland's head. Hello, Captain. We're putting down the copper at Orland's head. We're looking to join. Where's Orland's head? You carve an Orland into the mask, like so, gesturing at a crudely rendered figure with a comically large ears and a rabbit nose. And you throw daggers at it. Each part is worth a different number of points on account of some being harder to hit than others. The nose, for example, is worth lots of points. Sure. Take a step back. I'll sit this one out. I don't like losing coin. Chuckles, produces a dagger and spends an unnecessary length of time aiming the shot before loosing it at the Orland. The dagger sinks in the Orland's mouth. 5 points. Can you top that? So he receives a dagger, wiping the blade on his legs before passing the weapon to you. Handle first. Your turn, Captain. Let's see how you fare against the dreaded Orlin. I don't think I'm going to be good at this, but we'll try for the nose. You let the dagger fly, and with a hearty thump, log it into the Orlin's ear. A hit, Captain. That's 7 points. Did I go for that? Okay. Chuckles produces a dagger and spends an unnecessary length taking the shot. 2 points. Captain, can you top that? Once again. Points. Orlin's ear. I lost. Smiles and collects the burst. Better not next time, Captain. We'll be getting back to our duty. Oh. I lost. How dare I? Uh-oh. Arguing. An argument from the deck pulls your attention away from the gentle rocking of the ship and the smooth expanse of blue on the horizon. If those fish were floating belly up, better we throw out the whole catch than end up with rock-bound crew. Look alive enough when we hauled them out, gesturing finally at the pile of fish on the deck. Fish die when you pull them out of the water. That's what fish do. Let's judge the fitness. Several of the fish displayed discoloured scales and bloated bellies, clear sign of disease. It's possible their meat could sicken the crew. Trying to give us all the squatting splatters. Rationale, yep. Throw them back in. The two hands dump the barrels overboard, returning to fish to the sea. Easy enough. Knock on my quarters. And an unexpectedly cold wind blows across the deck of the ship, and even after several hours has not abated. Literally just went past a very hot volcanic island. She blows knocks on your cabin door. When he enters, his skin is pale, his brow dotted with beads of sweat. Begging your pardon, Captain, but this is an ill wind sent by Andra. We've sailed too long without offering her tribute. She's sure to punish us if we don't give her what she's due. He tilts his head towards the hatch, beckoning you to follow. Back to work. Older Slump heads back to work. Over the next day, you catch a glimpse of the crew looking your way and muttering, something shaking their heads and sighing. By the following day, the wind has lifted and the crew's mood lightens, but they maintain a nagging feeling that you've offended a god. Who gives a shit, man? I don't care for gods. You might do, but I don't. Door interrupts you reading. Stands outside looking like someone who's just lost a bet. Captain, you best come topside. There's a ship on the horizon. Looks derelict. Leads you up to the forecastle where a small gaggle of hands have gathered. Pawing a holy symbol points towards port. It's a bad omen, Captain. You should give them over to the Lady of Lantern or there'll be trouble. Mark my words. We don't even know if they're dead, much less what fills their holds. The sanctum. The ship in question lists upon the waves. Its sails pulled in, topping the mast is a green flag, the symbol of a ship carrying disease. You see no movement on the deck. Use a spyglass. You pull out your spyglass and examine the derelict. Nothing moves above deck, and you spot a corpse sprawled out on the forecastle. A few more seconds, examination reveals another further aft. Beneath the plague or plague, depending on what you say, you see a flag depicting a lit candle in an open doorway. You recognise it as an emblem of the kind wayfarers. Pelagoni peers off into the distance. There are kind wayfarer colours. As the flag is true, they would rather sink their own vessel than risk spreading sickness to others. What's your thoughts? Anyone on the ship is likely beyond help. The ship is a hazard, Captain, and not just to any who can come across it. Not to tell you your business, but I advise sinking it before someone gets in the head to board it. Send it to the ocean. Okay. While the cannoneers ready the guns, as their song rises in volume, the fires a volley that hits the dialects right in the waterline. After the ship has vanished into the depths, the crew return to their duties with quiet conviviality. Right. Oh, look at that! We just slaughtered so many people. And like, let's have a wee jolly wee song. Plague ship, plague. In the horizon, a ship comes into view. It sails forward, ship list upon the water. Plague ship cries out from the fore, finger jabbing skyward, indicating a green flag, billowing lazily in the breeze on the ship's mast. You could be careful, Captain, or we'll catch whatever took hold of those poor souls. Still, there might be something worthwhile aboard. The crew steals glances at you to catch a hint of how you're inclined to proceed. Use the spying glass. You survey the deck of the ship. A few deckhands appear to be taking stock of some cargo. Pale to the last, they appear exhausted, their clothes drenched in sweat. The crew grinds your ship next to the plague vessel. The deckhands and captain appear shocked and apprehensive. Elia's mercy. The captain blurts out, his voice raspy. I don't think anyone would come to our aid. The deckhands stand tall, but their unsteady posture betrays the sickness that seems to have affected them all. What are you people afflicted by? The Swabbies hack, the captain says ruefully. It's not killed anyone. Redmond looks away. Saps our strength and it's quickly spread throughout the crew. Call forth the sickest sailor from the crew. We'll bring them aboard, examine them, provide suitable remedies. What? No. Oh, they didn't like that. No one else in the crew says anything loudly enough to decipher what their mumbling suggests. They're unhappy about bringing a sick crew member on board. As the sailor shuffles from the plague ship to yours, your crew clears the broad path. Some make warding signs and utter murder to Redmond while the sick man passes. I can't thank you enough. Without your help, who knows how long we would have been here. He offers you a small box. Take this, token of my appreciation. Thank you. Oh. After a short period of examination, the sick sailor returns to the ship with enough remedies to treat the rest of the crew. Wary but hopeful, they wave goodbye as your ship continues on its way. As the main sail goes up and you head into the open water, lets out a raspy cough and looks around. The rest of the crew grits their teeth and mutters curses. It appears the sickness spread to the ship. Well, shit. The illness starts slow. A cough here, the shakes here, but then it hits the crew hard and fast, washing across the deck like a rogue wave. The illness, within a day, not a single member of the crew can breathe easily. Each cough, their throat raw, spitting blood globs of phlegm into the sea. Find you in your cabin. Through the open window, you can make out the sound of one of your sailors retching violently. If this keeps up, Captain, your crew will be in no state to sail. There's hardly are as it is. Find the ship surging. Care to tell me why everyone on my boat is sick, Arena? It's the Swabby's hat, Captain. I said we caught it from the plague ship. It's not likely to kill anyone, but it can leave Kef weak and prone to accidents. Okay then, just break out the medicine stores, I guess. Finish the bridge of our nose. Best thing to do be medicine. Hopefully we've got the stores to treat everybody. Alright, hands open up the packages of amaraptic herbs and mash the leaves up with pestle and mortar. Soon each member of the crew wears a swath of fragrant paste slathered across their chest. With the correct remedy applied, the crew quickly recovers. Soon they're on their deck belting shanties towards the horizon. Sail on. Come on. A new one. Kinda didn't know that was going to happen, didn't I? You stand on the forecastle, gazing out at clear skies and gentle seas. The chattering of your crew darkens, adopting an ominous tone. Gathered at the starboard railing, they peer out at the sea. By the gods! The surface of the sea swells, an enormous glowing shape is surfacing. Identify it. Maya watches the growing glow. Must be a resplendent phantom. Big glowing whale, good eating, or so they say. A long pale creature breaks the surface of the water. Its skin is translucent and freckled with phosphorescence, and you can make out the ghostly outlines of luminous organs beneath it. The creature rolls slowly, staring back at you with a glowing blue eye. The air behind it is thick as a highland. This one is young still. Plenty of meat on the beast. A prize like that could feed us for days, with the captain's permission. Query whether the Lord of the Hunt. Nah, I'm not going to kill anything. We'll let the creature pass in peace. Yet the magnificent creature continues alongside your ship for many hours. A low, mournful music rises above the light percussion of the waves, and a gentle peace envelops your crew. The night falls, the beast is beside you still, a comforting light in the darkness. By morning it is gone, but the sense of calm it brought remains. Yeah, I'm not going to kill something that I didn't need to kill. Foolishness. I do that. Yeah, it's still annoying that, like I say, you just seem to nothing seems to put aggro on you anymore. It's actually quite annoying.
I scarcely believe it.
Come back. Valerian ship. Points the ship in the distance. Galleon captain, a 3-master, what it was. Not remains of the ship's foremast, save a splintered stump, and the bowsprit has been sheared off. See how they crippled her? That's the work of pirates. Principe most likely, and probably the upstarts if they're raiding this close to Valerian. They have taken any gold, but they might have left supplies. We shouldn't stick around. Nah, we are sticking around. The emblem of Valerian flags from the mast. I'm hardly enthusiastic about plundering a Valerian ship, but if we do take their cargo, someone else will. survey the ships with skill and shakes her head. Go alongside. You take a small boarding party and scour the galleon. Most of its cargo and all of its crew are missing, but you do find several barrels of fresh water and a few stacks of dried ice and coarse meal. Your competent hands make quick work of the task. Return to the ship. Ah, nice. Very well, the crew scrambles to the post, eager to clear off the area. Once the ship has disappeared behind you, the crew abandons nervous glances for relived laughter.
Let's go. Let's go.
Perfecto.
Gotta get him some weapons, eh? Alright, let's see what you've got. I'm a shark that has legs, folks. That is the creepiest bloody thing I've ever seen in my life. What? Are you? What? What? Seraphim, what are you doing? What? Someone else a chanter here. What are they doing? What the hell are they doing? At least I can sell quite a lot, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, I can. How much damage I do here? Oh, that's phenomenal damage, like. You can get them up. They get demolished. Oh, there we go. I think he's doing pretty well for himself. Happy with that. I like that stuff as well, which is cool.
This I cannot do.
How's this one going?
I need something stronger.
Oh, he's over there. Backbone, alright, so we've got a lot of people to get in now. We did get a level, which is nice. What was you hoping for?